they're gonna lose the hero. Plus, Storm Spirit is good against the Pugna, but it's a hero that you hate to play against. It can be problematic. The Pugna gets instantly. There's no save that's gonna.
I'm still gonna go with one move. Number one, because it's a Lina, and God knows what the win rate for the Lina is across the DPC, but it seems to be completely unstoppable. Apart from in NA, I saw the NA game last night, was picked up a couple of times. It got trashed.
In Eastern Europe, it's 50%. But
really, okay.
But carry Lina is under 50%. It's because twice Malry and both times he lost.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Lina does look scary, but I think the draft of Navi is actually really good.
My second reason is there's no Arcana on. I just think you can't argue with that. You know, can you really say you're a Drow Ranger player?
Already. Sometimes shows you kind of no dedication to your wallet, and anyone could have gotten the Lean Arcana with the
true
candies and stuff like that. So you know, not really that big a deal. Plus, the Lean Arcana is.
Okay, well, shout out to Shiva as well for the host, you know, bringing in the viewers to the Eastern European DPC, and a shout out to the sponsor, where if you head yourself over to EGB, you can get yourself a free bonus deposit reflecting the deposit you put down up to $600. So if you want to get involved in the action, guys, you can head over to EGB to get involved in the game here to see, you know, if you think that one move is going to take this series. Malady, as he walks right up to Anchor here, get yourself over to EGB. And looking at this lineup, there is going to be a wraparound here from Afterlife and Gilga getting towards that top rune, so maybe trying to cut this one off. But you can see that Navi, they've already got aggressive. They're moving on to Pantomim now as well. Ice Shards come through, and Pantomim, he's going to be caught out. This is going to be first blood. No way he gets himself out of that, and Lays will pick it up on this off-lane Vengeful Spirit.
What was that move from Pantomim, though? Like, how do you walk up the high ground there? You had vision in the river, so you knew that they were somewhere in the vicinity. You saw the Clockwork get next to your Storm there at the tower as well. So very weird decision there that he gets himself. Okay, it does go down. This is gonna be a rough game for Pantomim. One armor in a lane where there's a minus armor, and the tag team will most gets killed up by the twist. So this Treant is gonna be in a world of hurt from level.
Yeah, you can see the Lina as well. You know, the minus arm coming out onto the Lina. Needs to be careful about any ice shots coming through into the snowball a little bit later on into this game. But Pantomim, like you say, probably the target for the aggression coming out on this side because of him being a melee hero. Even with the leech coming through, he's still going to be doing a lot of damage to Lays with the 94 right-click damage that comes out. Lays, you look at his health pool, 660. So he does have to be careful about being caught out with a tree. But for now, the aggression can come through. You can even see Sweden Strong trying to go the long way around with this creep pull.
Yeah, because he got info from his offlaner. This guy's playing the creeps as well, so he doesn't want to allow it to happen. The idea here is just to get a Treant as far away from the and then once you get extra levels, then you want to fighting, because then the Treant. But until you have like level 2, 3, the Treant Protector is gonna live with the Leech Seed, and he can be able to zap.
This always cracks me up when you see the supports. They just take a lane, you know, a creep wave for themselves, and like the Venge and the Lina in the lane were just like, well, okay, well, what do we do now? I just, you know, sit and smile, sit and wave as they wait for the next creep wave to come in, as the two supports contest each other in the jungle over this like fourth lane of creep waves.
They don't have a lane of their own, and they're just trying to find somewhere in the jungle. One time in the future, Ice Frog will say, okay, a lane for supports as well. Maybe at least one more. It can happen. Dota any longer, who knows? So, you know, so far so good for that Lina. The Vengeful Spirit is struggling yet again. Navi, their off lane, is just not having a good time. And I think this time around they could have tried. Kind of unfortunate here that late time, but still level 1.
Beware of forest fires.
Yeah, even with being able to pull the lane through, still about a creep or 2 short of hitting that level 2. So Pantomime was just able to walk himself, saw the ice shards coming, just backs himself away from this time. And Munkushi, he'd already thrown out the LSA as well. So if he did try to get close onto Pantomime, should have been fine, even caught out into the ice shards. Meanwhile, top lane, how's this lane going? Afterlife, he's looking alright with the 8 last hits. Of course, the Drow Ranger on the 13 here. Gilga trying to do his best, and Mali trying to get in with a disruption on the cogs, on the battery assault now as well. But being able to play away, Afterlife, yeah, God's Rebuke into the spear. Even if you can't get in for the last hits because Mali's, you know, throwing out the battery assault, you can still try and get them from range with the Fade Bolt. And does he actually try and go for it? He doesn't have the mana for the spear. Doesn't want to use that mango, so Malady is going to be able to come and get some harass off with that battery assault onto Afterlife.
I'm actually surprised that Malady was able to create such an easy lane tune. Usually when playing against the clock and with a hero on the other side, when the clock comes in, you just attack him together. You make sure that you burst through all of his region, and then you... Because Rubik cannot go 1 versus 1. So that's why you just smack him. But considering that they're constantly running away, it's actually him doing more damage on 2 of them. So I think that one move might not be playing this lane as well as they could, and is definitely showing in this.
Not Sweden strong, level 2. Oh, Munkushi is going to turn himself around, so it's only going to be Pantomime on the chase, looking for that block on the camp there as well, to make sure there can't be a pull through from the Treant. Sweden strong. Again, only level 2, but he's doing his support job in this position 4. He's got his boots, he's getting the mobility, pulling the creep wave, he's blocking these camps, even if he doesn't have any wards to do it, still finding ways, and Gilga gets the kill onto Malady.
Finally, they killed him. I'm surprised they allowed him to be as annoying so long, but yeah, in the end he does go down. I think that Malady is going to be quite happy. All of his mana, so many resources used by one move, and V-Tune isn't really being pressured while he's in his... I'd be quite happy, and
yeah, the Fade Bolt and a couple of right clicks from the Rubik are going to come through onto V-Tune, but overall, I mean, he's got this Falcon's Blade, he's got a couple of tangos as well, so he's probably going to be fine in the lane. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, you can see that Ironcrad, if we take a look at the net worth, flick over to the net worth, you're top of that net worth, just above the Pugna, but he's even moving himself into the jungle between waves to find this extra farm on this camp here with the remnants and with the overload to try and just get a little bit of an edge over the Pugna, it seems.
You don't want to stay in the lane when you're close to level 6, because the rotation from the Tusk can kill you. But you just go into the jungle, you get that level 6, and now there's no chance of survival. It's actually Nikki. Careful how he approaches this.
Ironcrad taking a lot from that drain here as V-Tune gets a kill onto Gilga in the top lane. But if you're Ironcrad at level 7, are you looking for a point into the Electric Vortex and then starting to look to the side lanes to maybe even gank up onto the Drow Ranger in the top lane?
I'm actually surprised he didn't get it early, right? Because point in the Electric Vortex, especially the Pugna drain. I'm quite surprised. I would have expected him to have it earlier, so I would expect him to take it on level 7 as well, unless he just split people on farming. And you know, maybe from the way things went down in the previous game, you can say one move and Navi, they just want to hit creeps. So then again, the other way around wouldn't surprise me either. That he static run.
Okay, well, keep an eye on it. I mean, he was trying to farm up the... Couldn't do too much with the nether ward being down here. Nicky Cool was coming forward to defend it as well, but Ironcrad with the ball charge, he's going to get that dive in on the ball lightning, but there's going to be the rotation here. Sweden strong, but again, level 6 ice shards come through and immediately just getting himself away with that ball lightning form.
To even try to bait something out, get yourself out. The Pugna is a burst type hero, so so you don't want
Dire's
to
top
play with your
tower
life.
is under attack.
Looking at the
Oh, look at this. Bottom lane, the Mankushi's going to be able to land a decent LSA. There's going to be the magic missile from Lays, but only level 5, so Lena not going to have that Laguna Blitz come through. One more right click, though. Pantomim still going to get the kill into the Lays on the bottom lane. So this lane here for Lays going about as well, like you said, as that last one. And Mankushi, this time, at least getting active before the 29-minute mark.
The problem this time, if there is just going to be farming around, I think Navi are gonna be happy with it because it's one move that needs to be ganked. It's one move that
Yeah, Gilga is going to go down again. The battery's still into the frost arrows coming out from VTune. In fact, Afterlife could be in a little bit of trouble too. The aggression, he turns with the spear, but VTune going to carry on chasing him down. Living Armor comes out. He will be back towards that tier 1 and TPing himself back to base, but this is just creating a lot of space here, like you say, for VTune to find a perfect lane here. Not a lot of aggression onto the Drow, and he is just starting to secure all of his farm in this lane. Only about, what, 50 gold behind the Lena in terms of, even with the Lena getting that assist, you know, the assists and the kills coming out for Drow, 2-0 and 0 in this lane at 8 minutes.
Living Armor is so good against, even with the piercing shots through, you're not going to be
Radiant's
doing
middle tower is under
any extra
attack.
damage
Yeah.
with that one. The Mars already has a chainmail, then he gets 6
Over here now.
and suddenly, you know, piercing shot flies out and doesn't do enough damage. But the top lane, I feel like 2 times in a row we are seeing the same thing. It's at the same place Gilgir is dying, and then they're chasing the Mars, and in the exact same place he gets the spear yet again. He spears the clockwork, hitting the Drought in the process, and he just goes. This is a very tough one for one move. That is why when I saw the Mars pick, sure, it's good lane with the Rubik, but it goes to show that the clockwork is just too big of an issue.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on the stones right there, because he did pop a regen rune, but it looks like he was just using it to farm the jungle, just find that extra little bit of farm and not actually apply the pressure or look for that side lane gank. It's a really nice ward down from the side of Navi as well that did see him walking away anyway and popping that regen rune. So everybody, well, I mean, the bench straight the touch just backed themselves up to the tier 1 to make sure if it was a rotation from the Storm Spirit, they were ready underneath the tier 1 tower and not being picked off.
Look at the mid tower. It's, of course, they don't have the lineup that great at utilizing it, at least not in terms of cores, but their supports, once they get their levels, they can actually utilize the map. This tower dropping down early for one, especially because it will be an easier.
Well, Maori, they're going to get the drive back here onto the clockwork with a lot of damage. The stun comes through onto the stone for it. He might still be able to get the kill, but he's going to be the life drain come through onto the Rubik. He's only level 4. He doesn't have his ultimate. There's even going to be the Drow moving through into the river to help try and get this kill. Aincrad, he gets himself out alive, but the same can't be said of Gilgir.
And Lace is not having a good time, but he's having a good enough time. If the bench gets an Aghanim Scepter, 20 minutes, who cares? Gets a shard. This hero is just gonna be so useful in the game that it's gonna be insane. Especially, you know, compared to the Mars on the other side, who needs probably a bit more farm, or just as much to be able to do anything, and he's not gonna be doing as much as the event decided not. So one move, they're gonna have to utilize the Storm. Aincrad needs to be active on the map, and again, Pagna is your target. Get the kill on that hero. He went for the Ether Lens, he was greedy, didn't go for any defensive items, so you can take him down.
Yeah, look at this as well. I'm not sure where the Pugner and the Tusk are. Mankushi, the scan comes out from the side of the Radiant, just on that safe lane position for them. And Mankushi immediately moves himself into the jungle. Doesn't want to give up any kills here. And Pantomim playing closer to where a potential smoke would come through, so it would break. And he'd get the vision like that. They get the vision, the pings come out. Mankushi just starts to move himself back, move himself away. And Pantomim, he's playing that kind of blocker between the Lena and any aggression that could come through.
And look at that nice
Radiant's
ward
bottom tower's got problems.
sentry in the enemy jungle. So even if the enemy split yell, it's not. This is the way you do it, so that the enemies will have to at least place the sentry on the low. One thing that again Navi are much better at this game is taking down towers, so they'll be able to take this one in the bottom lane. And finally, one move or bring in this
tower.
Coming in without a smoke, really? I mean, this is just now so easy for Navi.
Yeah, and you can see that how Navi are playing the side of the map as well. With the Drought Ranger being in the triangle, he's found the farming laden that he needs, so he can just move it into the jungle to find that extra stacks, the extra farm, and be close to where his team are rotating. That if a team fight broke out, that the Mars isn't ready, he doesn't have a blink dagger. The Drought Ranger would be able to walk into it as well. The Lina playing on the other side of the map, so wouldn't be able to respond to this, and they could take a quick 3 versus 5 fight with the positioning of Navi.
They're
Level
beating on
9
Dire's
Lina.
top tower.
Attack speed increased by 280. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you can have 10 stacks of creeps
Are
and
those
just go
cracks
through
in
them
Dire's top
with the
tower?
maelstrom. It's just useless. Sometimes it's just attacks and fall. I know. Interestingly
Dire's
so,
top
the
tower
Drought
is
Ranger is
under
keeping up
attack.
in farming, considering the towers are going to be dropping
Radiant's
for
bottom tower's got
Navi a little bit earlier than one mover going to be able to take them down. It is going to allow the Drought Ranger to
Beating on
stay
Dire's
relevant
top
in-
tower.
even with this amazing
Radiant structures are fortified.
use for us.
Yeah, and it looks like you can see the Ankrat again. Look at the spread of the sentries coming out from the side of Navi in this jungle. So even if they do place one in the middle, you know, it's not going to see everything here. So Ankrat, he's going to be seen under the observer wards, just moving himself off now as well. So again, the early warning system that hasn't been dealt with on the side of one move. And you can see exactly what Ankrat is. If you want to get aggressive somewhere else, maybe invade the triangle, maybe move over to the Lina or the Mars on the top lane. They know exactly how the Storm Spirit will respond because he's farming in this jungle under vision.
Every second that's passing, it's more and more dangerous. Afterlife needs this blink dagger and need to start making. Once there's an axe on the Vengeful Spirit, late is just gonna say, "Follow me," right? And there's nothing you can do on one move. A lot of your spells, once used, you know, Storm uses his mana, you use the arena, and then he comes back again. You have to
Dire's
kill the
top
illusion.
tower is under
It's gonna be a
attack.
problem, and there's no telling if you're not gonna
Dire's
really
top
lose a
tower
hero
is
during that
gone.
time, since you're
Just a
killing him only
cold
the first
fog
time.
left
So
behind.
I'm very scared for what move at this moment. I think they need to start. This kind of feels the same as the
Radiant's
previous
middle
game.
tower could use
The
some
roles
help.
are reversed.
Yeah, and you can see that the
Are those
Mars now,
cracks
he
in
took down the
Dire's
tier
top
1 tower on the top. He took that next camp. He got enough gold for that blink, and he bought out a smoke as well. So he does immediately want to, you know, reveal this blink, make something positive happen for his team.
Time to go. There's really nothing else to wait for. I'm even surprised the Storm Spirit didn't go for something like a Witchblade just for extra damage, because heroes on Navi, they're not that tanky really. When you look at it, all of their heroes can die quite easily, so with the Witchblade you're just gonna be able to make him go down. And it's not that big of a deal even if you die in the process when
They're
your Storm
beating
Spirit
on
if you're
Dire's
delaying
top
the
tower.
time, so Navi, that's gonna be good enough in the vault. And fine, but this problem in the first big smoke the game, it's gonna be Navi going forward. The scan, but yeah, it's just way too easy to read the map when no one is. Or is it Kushi?
I mean, he needs to get himself back. He's had himself in the trees. The smoke breaks underneath the creeps. Munkushi gets spotted out. He doesn't have the BKB. There's going to be a hook shot anyway. It's going to connect. And they're going to be able to get onto the top of Munkushi. The rest of his team had already moved away with the smoke. And he'd split off. Not looking for that gank. And that's going to be the death of the Lina. The Lina comes out. It's all going to be onto a clockwork. You take this trade. If you're Navi, you take this trade every day of the week. A position 5 for a Lina? A position 1? Absolutely. You don't even need the quick maths involved. That is a perfect trade.
Yep, you're gonna be very happy with that one. I thought Munkushi was out, really. It looked for a second he was just gonna go out, but he used his level 1 Dragon Slave, couldn't even get a CS with it, and it just gave the info to around where he was after the smoke of the broke. That's where his life basically ended, and Nikikul is coming over with an wasn't spotted, so one move. They're in trouble.
Yeah, and again, Munkushi, he wants that BKB up. He doesn't even have, because he went for the Maelstrom, he doesn't even have the Boots of Travel, so he's not even going to be able to jump in. I suppose that's what the Storm Spirit's going to be for, just being able to jump in with the rest of his team from a distance and you know, try and go for the engage again, trying to buy time and space for this Lina. But the Lina, like you say, they need to get active sooner rather than later, because this drought, it's no longer gone are the days of the drought being on a 25-minute timer. The longer this game goes, the scarier this drought is gonna get.
I'm not sure. You know, the game looks even. One thing that I don't like what Navi did in this game, they allowed the mid lane tower to get healed up. The living armor doesn't heal that. It so you need to use a ton of it. Power. It was like 1 or 2 nether blocks from down, and now the Pugna has a glimmer gate, and he's going all onto
Okay, they're going to be able to get a jump in. The snowball comes out again. The stun Ironcrad going to get the clean up here onto Nicky Cool because the gust. The sound comes out onto the Storm Spirit, and the Storm Spirit doesn't have a BKB. Look at how long this sound is going to last for. Munkushi going to get involved. So they do get the dive. Going to be able to take down Nicky Cool. Sweet and strong. Can he get himself away? It's going to be the hookshot coming through. They get on Munkushi again. They get the lockdown onto Gilga and the LSA. It doesn't matter. They take down Gilga. They take down Munkushi, and the chase is on Pantomime in the trees. Has to walk himself away from this, but the shards coming through. They have the rocket flare. They're going to see him. They have the right clicks from the drow. Is there going to be enough damage? Pantomime, he's trying to walk himself away, but we all know how slow these trees are at getting themselves anywhere. So he does get out safe, but the same can't be said for the Lena, for the Rubik, and maybe not even for this tier 1 tower in the mid lane.
And that was before the Axe on the Venge, and with Lays making a mistake there. I don't know who he stunned, but there was a Storm Spirit that was silenced up right next to him. He could have stunned him, and then they killed the Storm, and that means they're going to lose. So slight mistake from Navi, and they still win the fight. You know, you could say convincingly 2-1, but they will take down the tower, and there's absolutely no chance of one move fighting this one.
Yeah, and ice shards just continue to fall in onto Pantomime. One move need these BKBs. The Lena's going to be close, you know, just needs the recipe, but the gold's still going to be a ways away. The Storm Spirit doesn't even like to go into the BKB, but I think with the gust coming out, the silence opportunity coming through, he needs a way to deal with that, and I think the BKB is going to be the best answer for the Storm Spirit. And Mallory, he's hunted again. He doesn't have that hookshot though for another 45.
Once the Storm gets a BKB, it's going to be hard to lock him. But the question is, do you really need to? Is he going to be doing that much damage? No, he's going to have that much enough to deal with you. His levels are good. That's
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think that's the Nether. We're up against the Pugna with the Glimmer, with Noble save, swap, you know, so many things to keep him alive. And Pugna, the hero only needs 2 seconds to get back to full HP. So that is an issue. Plus, Octarine almost done. That's going to be an extra influx of HP that the Storm might not be able to go.
Yeah, and we can see that there was a call to get aggressive, but Encrad had to TP to the tier 2, and it took him so long that Afterlife, the engagement now, the opportunity's gone to get a solo kill. Onto the Drow Ridge, might be able to take down the bench, but again, the Aghanim's is going to be here, so that's not really going to matter. They do get the kill, but he's going to be coming back from the grave, right back into this fight, and says, right, cool, you've killed me once, you need to do it again. And Lays, he's just leaving the line. Look at him charging in. The hookshot comes in. No, the swap! Oh, they're still going to be able to get the kill, but the swap into the hookshot, the coordinate. The communication.
I got him. In the end, yeah, we all got him. The important thing is they did get the kill. Afterlife is hiding in the trees, and it's
not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom
Venge,
tower.
but right now Venge only needs 1 more item, and that's it. Like 1,000 more gold, and you don't care about anything. You're always gonna be
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Right there on the illusion. Tier 2 is gone. In 1 move,
Radiant's
the net
bottom
worth
tower
is
has
equal,
fallen.
but they cannot
Dire's
fight.
top tower is under attack.
They aren't that great at split pushing because the catch of the enemy team is actually quite solid.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want. Not a fan on what they have to play with. Of course, the late game Lena is not there. But when I saw the way that Navi dropped it, Dusk, Venge, and the Clockwork, these are all such great deal with the lead.
Yeah, and like you say, it seems Navi, they had a plan in mind to deal with this lane, and they're not afraid of letting it through and going and contesting Munkushi, not being given the space and time that he was last game to find that free farm for the 20-25 minutes. But BKB is done. Not going towards his boots of travel just yet. He wants that Glepnir. He wants that extra lockdown potentially to be able to. I'm surprised that maybe Gilga might actually. Yeah, so Gilga has a 4-staff. I wouldn't be surprised to see the tree go for 1 as well, which he's only the recipe away to get anybody caught in the cogs out. And he might actually be able to make a move here now as well. Pantomime, he's going to be caught out. No 4-staff just yet. And the overgrowth, it's not going to be coming out in time. He was caught mid-animation in that Walrus Punch.
My damage is doubled.
We're seeing very frantic like, drawing from Einkrad around the map. But yeah, you should be drawing around the Roach pit because that's what Navi is getting. The EV destruction is not just way easy for them to get in. Drums, Bench, that team. And that was the plan here.
Talent.
Smoke into kill into
Dyer's
rush. It's a
bottom tower is
classic
being
move
chipped away.
always with a lineup like this that you go for it. We just don't see it too often now, especially in the raid pack. Everything was so much about team fight, and Gucci is
Yeah, Swap comes out. He is trying to take the Tusk with him, but he's not even going to be effective. That V-Tune with the double damage rune, able to easily clean up onto this Lina. So, is this the answer? Are we going to be seeing the Linas let through and the Vengeful Spirit suddenly shift right back into the meta?
I think Navi looked at the previous game and are like, let's not play our best, but allow them to play their best, and we're gonna have a plan.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this
aren't looking
abuse.
that great
Dyer's
as a
courier
team,
has been
but
killed.
tactically they
What
can
did that
prepare
courier
quite as
ever
if
do
they
anyway?
prepare themselves tactically, they are gonna be.
Radiant's middle tower could use some
That's
help.
what happens. And the Visage when they.
Dyer's bottom
But
tower
I
is
think
being
still,
chipped away.
I think teams are finding ways
Radiant's
to deal
middle
with it.
tower has
That's not
fallen.
the issue. It's just that they're way too carried.
Dyer's bottom tower has
But not,
fallen.
we're gonna lose if we don't try then they just blend through us.
Well, the arena comes out. V-Tune, though, he does get that silence off with the gut. That fight, though, with the BKB. There's going to be the swap, so they're going to be able to keep Nikki Cool alive. Snowball comes in. They get a clean up onto Pantomime. Can Afterlife and Gilgit. Gilgit tries to do his best. Tries to get himself away from the Ice Charge with that Force Staff, but Nikki Cool will still get the kill on Afterlife. He needs to get himself out. He's got that blink in 1 second. He blinks away from the blast, but he's got to run. Phase boot. Snowball comes through. Afterlife. He's trying to waste so much. He is going to waste so much time, but eventually will still be killed off, and V-Tune gets the kill.
This reminded me. Didn't know how smoke.
Dyer's bottom tower is being chipped away.
Because there's a fight in the middle.
Yeah, the stone comes out. Ankrat's going to be able to get himself. No, he's not going to be able to get himself towards, and that's going to be all of his mana gone.
So, anyways, back to the story. You know, we were playing Dota a long time ago. Team fight breaks out. We're losing it. He presses the smoke. Says, "Where are we now?" And we. So this reminded me of it. What Mars did. Up when he was being chased, he blinked and then popped the smoke. He was right next to the tusk. So yeah, he was hoping that he was gonna get far enough away, but I could even see him putting it into his inventory from the backpack. So that's gonna be one more smoke.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
See, if I ever get caught out like that and I need to run a stop away, I just throw like a blanket or a coat or something over the monitor. If I can't see them, they can't see me.
That's a good approach.
I can't see me dying either, so it doesn't count.
Radiant's top tower has looked better.
Also, but for some reason, the MMR, when you go for stats, it lowers every single time. But
well, see, I just put a coat over my monitor when I look at my MMR as well. I can't see my MMR going down either.
You have like a sticker at the point with the MMR stuff.
Yeah.
That's actually smart. I remember when I was a kid, I played Counter-Strike, and I would have a dot on the screen so that I could no scope with the
with the AWP.
Yeah.
Dyer's bottom tower.
See, monitors get that built in nowadays. Kids these days are spoiled. Yeah, there's a setting on like a lot of monitors that's just a dot at the very center of the screen, and I may or may not use that for Tarkov from time to time.
Is that legal in like tournaments?
No, but I mean, I'm not playing in tournaments. Do you think I'm good enough to play in any tournaments?
I don't know. Afterlife popped his BKB so that he would lose the BKB and his life.
Yeah, I can't go for the TP because there's still a swap available. So all that does is it wastes a bit of time.
You were oblivious. Now you're mine.
Pantomime is in trouble in the mid lane as well. Oh, Force Staff. Okay, you were talking about it. He finally has it, so he's not gonna be dying. But yeah, things are looking very dire.
Pun intended? I'm gonna assume pun intended.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Drow Ranger's got a Hurricane Pike coming out now as well, so even if you do get the jump on a BKB Hurricane Pike, this arena's not going to be effective on the Drow. And again, you still do have that save coming through from the Vengeful Spirit. So again, in the draft, I like the idea of the Mars. You know, I explain why I like the idea of the Mars. But yeah, Navi at the minute just stomping all over one move. So the Mars hasn't shown the effectiveness that I thought it would have.
I'm looking at the items
Are
that
those
one move
cracks
want to
in
go
Dyer's
for.
top tower?
And yeah, the Storm is gonna get an axe that's gonna give you better team fight presence, but I still don't know where the damage. So many saves on the other.
Dominating.
Yeah, Nicky Cool gets the blow up as well. Gilga, he wasn't going to be able to get himself away. Clockwork was closing the gap. He had the battery soul or the cogs if he needed it. So Gilga, it was a hopeful TP, but the Hopium has been spiked here, and now we're shifting it over to the Copium for one move to see if they can pull this out of the back.
All of the outer towers are gone. You have a Treant, so he protected
They're
nothing.
beating on Dire's top
Stone
tower.
Spirit, Mars, these heroes like to have towers to fight around. Now you don't have to. Navi, they could be overly aggressive and just poke the high ground, but they don't have to. You can wait for the Aegis, and then it's just gonna...
I'll take
Yeah, up until then, you just farm, and the ability to move back to it's very limited because they probably don't have the guts to even. But if they're smoking out of the base, it's gonna be as...
Yeah. I do like Ironcrad now. He's finished off the BKB. He wants to go straight into the Axe. So if he can get the jump on, looking at the BKB on the side of Navi, nothing apart from the Drow Ranger. There is nothing there. So if he can get a good grouped up fight, get that jump off, get the unless I'm remembering wrong, you know, it's the Electric Vortex in an AoE.
Yeah.
That could be a game changer for the side of one move in terms of just being able to lock down the back lines and then, you know, pick them off. But again, Navi are in the driving seat.
That's a good point. Arena on the front one, and then jump in the backlines for the storm to keep them in place while you kill the Drow. That actually would be cool. There's, though, Navi, as time progresses, it's gonna be harder and harder to kill them. Cool has a Hex, so Storm is gonna have to pre-BKB. I don't know. Hex. There's gonna be some Aeon discs flying out. Once they see the Ags once and get caught by it off guard once, Lace is always gonna be on the side, just as the ones saving the...
Dire's bottom tower
No,
is being
it can
chipped
give you maybe
away.
one fight if you play it properly, but Navi can instantly position themselves better and not allow that to happen.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
Oh, the poke shot comes in. He's actually going to come onto the room now as well. LSA over the top. Laguna Blade comes through, but Clockwork is taken. Do they have enough to drag him out and get this kill? They don't. And Malady, even through the hook shot, the damage coming through. The commit the LSA March comes in with the Arena though. He might be able to finish off the Clockwork this time. Yeah, Afterlife gets that kill. Stormspirit gets into Argon. They might be able to take down Nicky Cool. Nicky Cool, there's going to be a really nice LSA as well onto the bench. Bench is going to go down once. The illusion will be here. The bounce around as well with the magic missile, but Lays will still be taken care of. That was a really, even with the save onto the Clockwork initially, a really good fight and then a really good re-engage there from one move. They don't lose anybody and they get a good couple of kills from that.
Chaotic fight is what
Dire's middle
one move
tower
wants.
is under
They don't want to
attack.
concentrated fight around the Drow Ranger.
Dire's
The Drow
middle tower
Ranger
just
wasn't
went
even
down.
there to let out a single hit, right? So you want the Drow in front and just everyone else protecting you. You go for the Drow, she gets saved, you lose the fight. But if it's a chaotic fight when everyone is running around, then the Mars can find the right initiation, the Arena onto a choke point, and Navi can get in to do the damage. And actually, just with that, one move, again, they're gonna make the game even. I don't think this changes much in terms of how Navi wanna play or what they're capable of. But it goes to show that mistakes like that can cost them the fight. And, you know, eventually a game, if it happens too many times. So I think Navi right now might actually be,
I'll take that.
you know, kind of scared that they can lose the game. I think up until that point, they felt like there was no way they could even lose a fight. Now, that is going to change. And one move, they smell the blood. They're going to go for a...
Yeah, Stormspirit has finished his Ags. You can see Gilga as well. He stole the magic missile. He's got his own shard, so he's going to be able to get that double bounce. 30 seconds until the rush is up. The rocket flare's not going to scout anyone. Pantom and the smoke break, so they know there's someone on the other side of the pit. Do they want to try and make the dive? Marty's going to be here, though. There is the cliff ward, so if Pantom reveals, I mean, Gilga, if the smoke goes, Navi are going to know something's up here. They're hiding on this high ground. Aincrad, he wants to go for the dive. Maybe they're going to be able to get the telekinesis off. They take down the Clockwork before the fight even starts. And now the drive back. They're all going to catch on to the tusk, but that might be enough here. So there's going to be the BKB here for V2, and the 4-staff away still gets the kill into Pantomim. And the buybacks, they do start to come out from both position 5s. But can they follow up?
Very important for Roche. The second Roche, we should be looking at the buybacks now. Not a lot of players have them. He does have them, but he's the one dead, right? So if he wants to use it right now, he's not gonna have it later on. Because whoever gets this Roche is gonna be in a very good position. One move, they're gonna be able to extend the game, giving themselves more chances for to force out mistakes from Navi and win it. But if Navi get it, they can just go high ground. So this Roche, there's no chance in hell that someone just lets it go.
Yeah, and we can see that Munkushi trying to do his best. He held on to that BKB as well. He's got his Gleipnir now as well to use that in these fights. And if they can force something out here, one move, they didn't throw out the arena, they didn't use the overgrowth. You know, there's still the potential for those lockdowns to come out from the start of one move. And then for Munkushi, what's the time? And it's 8 seconds, so it's still a pretty fresh BKB there as well. Ironcrad, he did use his BKB, 19 seconds until his is back up. Mars still has his, but it is a 6-second one. And on the...
I'm not liking how Navi are. For me, he's up in front, they go for him, swap comes up, start dishing. And if it's Clockwork in front and V2 is just running towards the fight, it's just a disaster because he's your main dad.
Invisibility.
Of course, most of the times what we saw fights, Navi was kind of coming up the high ground, so normally you're going to feel a little bit of pressure walking up there if you tune, but then no one should. If it's not you coming up, everyone else.
Yeah, you can see that Navi know that Lena was away from the rest of the team, so there is going to be this wraparound coming, and 3 heroes up onto the high ground still waiting. They want to go for a long wraparound here, Navi, maybe even pushing up to where the tier 2 tower was to get onto the Lena. The Lena, though, back with the rest of the team. This could be a really good angle for the hookshot to come through from Marty. Do they have the vision? They're going to be able to get the wards down. The hookshot comes out. It's going to be onto Gillian now as well. It's going to be the push away. Marty, they get out into the Tusk. The Tusk is going to go down, and you can see the Munkushi going to be right up. Nikki Cool, they've got someone on B-Tune now as well, so B-Tune now going to be benefiting from his ultimate, and Nikki Cool's going to be getting really darn low, should go down, and the chase on, and now the arena's out. The Dry Ranger already used that BKB, the Shadow Blade is down as well. Gets that ghost off, there's going to be the magic missile bouncing through, and Gilga has been killed off. The buyback comes through from Nikki Cool, the clock's going to go, the Vengeance is going to go, it's going to be into that illusion form, and Munkushi going to be absolutely ripping through it. At least V-Tune's going to be away, but that's going to be, again, that was a perfect fight for Navi to start, and the heroes still get caught out, and they still come out below one move in terms of trades. 4 heroes and a buyback there for 2 heroes in the start of one move.
Under normal circumstances, you would say that's the perfect initiative. But again, the problem is it's V-Tune running towards the fight rather than the fight starting off around him. And you see, that was just a good angle, a good idea. But if you have a hero like a Lifestealer, cool. But if you have a hero like a Drow Ranger that needs to just constantly attack to dish out the damage, it's a problem, right? And one move, they're just showing that these chaotic fights, they benefit them more because more of their heroes can do damage, where Navi, it's only V-Tune. So if you isolate V-Tune that he cannot do enough, then it's gonna be one move. So Navi, I think now they should understand that this is not working out and they need to switch it up, especially now with the Drow Ranger having the DD. So I think it's quite clear V-Tune should be the one in front.
Yeah, and you can see both teams here, they do not want to let this Roshan go. The Rocket Flare coming out from the Clockwork, and Gilgia, he's got his 4-staff. I think Pantomime, yeah, we've already talked about Pantomime having the 4-staff. All of the ultimates are coming back up, and it seems like through the disruption of these fights, they're going to smoke into each other. There's going to be another big wraparound coming out from Navi, but the Rocket Flares...
Like it's from Navi, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, the smokes are going to break now. It's going to be a big group of engagement now as well. The backlines, this is going to be the buyback. Don't forget, Nikki Cool did buy back. This might be a dieback here as they get the Tusk kill. If you go down, they do take down Gilga and Pantomime, so there's going to be the 2 supports. Ironcrad, he gets the dive away. They take down the Lena as well, and V-Tune with his double damage, and he wants to carry on going further and further and further. Afterlife, though, there's going to be the magic missile. It bounces around. He still can't get himself out of this. He gets taken down. One move. They're just going to... with the double damage and Drow Ranger, Afterlife couldn't get it on top of them as well. That was a better fight for Navi, and this is going to lead to the Roche as well.
V-Tune was in a good position when the fight started. He was already there. It looked like he was going to go all the way back in that smoke, but he actually led his team there. And the fight started by him literally one-shotting them. Right, Gilga immediately tipped to V-Tune. And now Navi, they get that second Aegis. It's a really nice fight for them, even with all those fights going the way of one move. It's still a comfortable position for Navi because when they're pushing, it's easy to position yourself. And one move, their ability to reposition their opponents, you know, spear back, the lift up, toss back, it is there, but you can't really pull the Drow Ranger swap range. It's just...
Yeah, and V-Tune now with this Aegis, you know, he's got the Silver Edge coming through. the Hurricane, the hook. Actually, who does it connect on? They're going to be able to get onto Rubik again, taking him down. Does have that buyback available with the Aegis now as well. Storm's dead. 85 seconds. He has to buy back now because it looks like Navi, they want to be pushing onto the base on 2 fronts.
Radiant's middle tower
So
could use
they
some help.
don't want to be too greedy. You know, V2 in front. Lays, even though Venge doesn't care if she dies, I still would like
I guess
Venge to be
Radiant
in
fortified their structures.
The arena comes out. They're going to get on top of the eventual spirit. He's trapped inside the wall, trapped inside the base. But again, he's still in that spirit form. He's going to be more than okay with this. Forcing out an arena for his spirit form. The 2 buybacks here as well. Yeah, he's going to be absolutely fine with that. They're even going to be able to take down a tier 3. He's going to vacuum back though onto the Drow Ranger. Can they get them the once as the swap comes out into the Glimmer Cape? So Drow Ranger will be fine and just walks right back up to the high ground here, into the base and back onto the racks.
Let's look at the Night and Day difference. Where, plus now he has the Aegis, so you can't really commit on him. But it's not like they were. Every single fight that one move won, the Drow Ranger survived was the touch Michi 13 over 7. And now when he's in front, one move can't do anything. They go on him, there's gonna be a save, and you're gonna be absolutely destroyed. So this is just now easy pickings for the one move. We're gonna have
Radiant's
to fight
middle barracks have
amazing
fallen.
wraparound into the back lines. It's so hard because look at Navi's positioning. They're like 1 hero here, 1 hero here, 1 hero here, but everyone is Drow. And if shit hits the fan, you're running from the Drow.
Yeah, and now
Radiant's top
again
tower has
they're going to be able
looked
to
better.
apply pressure onto the tier 3 in the top lane. V-Tune 2 minutes 40 seconds on that Aegis. Storm Spirit trying to do what he can to delay this push and to disrupt the push in Pantomime as well, hanging back with the Nature's Grasp, but the ice shots come through, and if you get the spots out, he might just be swapped into danger. Has to be really careful about where he positions, and this is going to be what it looks like in the next wave or so. Another tier 3 tower going the way of Navi. Lays on the side, he's looking for that swap, he's looking to get in with the haunted wave coming through. Pantomime's going to cut, doesn't get himself back up to the high ground, and Lays, he's going to be fine. He's not even going to be put into that spirit form just yet.
Radiant's top
He has
barracks
a
are under
buyback, even
attack.
if he dies once.
Radiant have fortified their structures.
Say he can buy back.
Radiant's top
So
barracks.
basically, you have to kill like 8 heroes on the side of Navi.
Yeah, backline dive coming through. Ironcrad, the arena comes through, but the snowball's going to be there. They've got 3 heroes caught inside. The LSA connects up to Orphan now as well. They get the Laguna Blade off, so that's going to be the clockwork down. Buyback comes through from the touch, and it looks like one move. They want to move back into the base. Pantomime, he's going to be caught off feature with no more mana. Afterlife trying to do what he can, but he can't get himself back into the base. He's going to be dead. The Mars gets taken down. Magic Missile bounces through, but V-Tune again Aegis for a minute and a half. They want to set up right. He's going to swap back. They're going to have to find out onto Munkushi to dive through now as well. Magic Missile onto the Drow. And again, V-Tune, he's just going to be absolutely fine. No health, no mana, no problems. Right-clicking down the racks because he knows he's got that Aegis. He's got his team behind him. And if he really does go down, second life, 4 staff away, and he's going to be able to reset and come back.
A perfect initiation for one move, but just there's so many ways for Navi to play if they have their positioning, right? Snowball save comes out. That was a 3-man stun after a snowball save, but it doesn't matter because then the swap comes out. The Drow Ranger is attacking all this time. If the Drow Ranger is attacking, the fight is the way of Navi, and that has been the story of this game. Every
at
single
that.
fight,
Radiant's
the Drow
courier
couldn't
just
attack.
got killed.
That is where one move had a chance. If it was V-Tune getting the hits in, it's just fight over. You can't commit on him, and you can't.
Yeah, and you can see how going back to the Lena, how she's been forced to itemize, even though that we do see the carry Lenas go for this, the Falcon's Blade into the Glepnir as well. Hurricane Pike comes out, he's having to go into Lincoln Sphere, so there's no Silver Edges, there's no Satanics, there's no MKBs that you expect to come out for the Lena, and the effectiveness of the right clicks, the effectiveness of the survivability here on the Lena, it's taken a nosedive in this match.
BD again.
Oh, really?
Again.
What?
There's a Scotty. He doesn't need an Aegis, really.
Yeah.
Like, no reason to wait for it. Just go forward with you're always going to be safe.
Yeah, and like you say, with the DD, it doesn't even have the boots. He's just going to be relying on the extra movement coming out. Well, they're going to smoke back, so maybe they go for a dive into the base here. Just go for a straight invade. Navi. Lays, he's going to be the furthest one forward. You can see Munkushi underneath the tier 4s. He's hanging as far back as possible. That's still not risking his base here. For the rat They want to go. They're going to be able to get the swap onto the Mars. Do they have enough engagement to kill him off now as well? They caught him without the BKB. The drain comes through. He's still going to be able to get the BKB off. The arena does come through. Marty in the cogs, but they get the kill, and he's not got a buyback. They might be able to take down the Clockwork. Might be able to take down the Clockwork, but it's going to cost them too. Dive onto the backlines here from Ironcrad now as well. The buyback comes over from the Clockwork, and Ironcrad, he's going to be out of mana of the swap. The stun comes through onto the Lena Munkushi. He is going to be dead. 4 heroes down. It's going to be 5. It's going to be GG. Well played being called here. One move, even with the Lena, even with the Rubik, even with the Dream Protector. These meta heroes so in demand. Couldn't take the second game up against Navi.
I think it's safe to say that Navi outshot. Even in this last fight, Navi. It's, or at least the ability to go for it. You're not gonna get a better shot than this one. The gold lead is increasing. Navi, we already talked about their late game. You're gonna lose that one. Just try to make something happen. This is the thing with the lineup. Slow. You force out fights
Radiant
by
structures
pressuring
are
tier 2s
fortified.
or going for the tier 2 is way too hard for you. So you still have that.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
When it comes out, it's already gonna be too late. And you remember one move he's saying they should go to Roche. Your team is gonna get this new capability. But before that, one move again, it's gonna be the this time around, not even one. I mean, Navi are using these spells, but they don't feel like they can get punished. Again, kill gear now is a little bit less than a thought. Once he gets it, that's when the game changes. And he loses life less value. No good. No. Kinda goes to show how he feels about it. Not a nice game for him. You see, they're going for a smoke, but look at how long they're trying to get Afterlife involved. The Afterlife is not as strong as it was like 6-7 minutes. You know, 6-7 minutes, if there was a fight around the Viper, you probably all... He's a little bit... But now you have multiple ways to get away from him, or even now they have ways to kill him, actually, especially with your...
The soil. That will shut you up.
To za szum.
Holy shit! Own it!
The best player?
My crew, my responsibility.
I remember that talk about using it part of the...
Radiant's top
Vector
tower
used
is
one
under
move.
attack.
He's just... Roach pit, he was waiting for a blink dagger. They were waiting to Tiny, dying again. Blink dagger. Once you get it, once you get the blink, you get the action. That's gonna be the time where Navi are together, and despite all of those
Something tells me we haven't seen the last
a
of him.
black hole global. Good luck. Really good luck to one move.
Bye!
I don't consider myself the best player.
It's hard to stop him.
I have
He has
bunting
a
for
blade.
you.
there is a global sign. Let's see how many things. There is a BKB on the Death Prophet, so I guess BKB into a silence. Can do it,
Radiant's
but
top
this Death
tower
Prophet needs
has
to pop a
looked better.
BKB a little bit. Gilgear, if he last hits the siege creep, he is gonna have his blink dagger. There it is. This is it, bro. This is the thing
Radiant's
that
top
we've been
tower
waiting.
has fallen.
22 minutes. He's gonna get it, and I'm at least looking forward to one move make.
I guess
That's it, 'cause
Radiant
they haven't
fortified their
played.
structures. Radiant's top tower has looked better. Holy shit! Ownage!
Okay, can I stop sugarcoating it? I'm looking at one move, and I would like to find a way. They cannot split. Usually, you look at this. You come back into Dota by split pushing, coughs, or by team fight. Team fight, they cannot win.
I just like winning.
Split push, they don't have fast heroes. They can't win. And pick off, they're gonna have a blink on the tiny, but no vision, no ability to push all the way. Those are the three
Not
ways
much
you come
good's
back in the
happening to
game.
Radiant's
Ideally, all
bottom
three
tower.
of them combined. I don't see to use any of those. I'm pretty sure this game is.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Та за що?
I just like
Іди
winning.
із лайну. Іди із лайну, розбійник.
Ой-ой-ой!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think the goal right now in this game for one move should be let's try to communicate well in.
Much
Like I'm
good's
jumping
happening
first,
to
I'm using
Radiant's
this
bottom
spell,
tower.
stuff like
Radiant's
that.
bottom
Just
tower
to
is no more.
practice it a little bit, and I think if they are still in a